You got some beefs.
Hit him up! Pull him out!
We want to know what's bothering you in the world of sports. Give Murph a call at 312-644-6767. That's 312-644-6767. And tell him what's beefing you in the world of sports. What's Your Beef is brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering.
Oh, BrownsChicken.com. It tastes better. What's your beef? You know what? I'm looking up at the screen. Usually, you know, we have the phone calls that are, you know, about half the board is full or they're coming in, and then once it gets rolling, people, I got, boom, exploded. Full banks of phone calls. Evidently, there's some unhappy sports fans in Chicago. Hey, by the way, you won't be unhappy going to Brown's. Lunchtime, you know, Italian beefs, Italian sausage, put them together. A combo for lunchtime at Brown's. It tastes better. And visit BrownsChicken.com. Check it out. I'll tell you about it a little bit later. You know, Kevin Butler's involved with Brown's right now, and they have the great promotion right now, Kicking Back with Butler, a big party at your house with Butthead. And all the food from Brown's. Check it out right now, BrownsChicken.com. Let's go to Bobby from Indiana. Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Murph. How are you?
Yeah, get us rolling. What's your beef, Bobby?
Well, my beef is with certain Bears players who at the beginning of the year dissed other Bears players for not handling their contract problems in a discreet way, and they just made it sound like they would never do that. And here they're the ones that's getting suspended and everything else and causing all the problems. And the ones that were causing the problems at the beginning are playing the best football of their lives.
Well, you're talking about Tommy Harris, right?
Exactly.
Well, you know what? There's something going on. I've never been in the locker room, thank goodness. I don't want to go in the locker room, but I got Brad Biggs' report I've been carrying around with me since Saturday in the Sun-Times. I'm going to talk about Tommy Harris a little bit later. I like your beef. Bobby, phone again, all right, buddy?
Okay, Murph.
That's a good beef. Let's go next to, you read what Brad Biggs wrote here. I don't think there's a lot of happy teammates in the Bears locker room regarding their guy Tommy Harris. We'll touch on that sometime later today, maybe. Let's go to Rick from Carroll Stream is on the score. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Murph, how are you?
Go ahead, Rick. What's your beef?
Murph, my beef is with the Cubs organization. For 40 years, my entire life, I lived and died with this team like so many people in this town do. So help me God, I do not want to see another one of those ridiculous rah-rah sessions in Daly Center, those champagne celebrations in September, or any of the other more ridiculous things they do, like putting a Cubs hat on Mayor Daley. I'm absolutely fed up with it, Murph.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, I'm with you. But I'm not clear who calls for these and who orchestrates it. Does Jim Hendry actually go up there on the Picasso with the big metal blue hat, or does the city do it?
No, it's got to be the city, but it's the organization in general. I mean, just all of the ridiculous things that we go through. I mean, we got to listen. It's bad enough that we have to listen to all the ridiculous talk about curses, which no real Cub fan believes in to begin with. That's more of a media thing than anything. It's a cute story. But then we got to sit and watch celebrities come out, and we got to watch these rah-rah sessions in September.
You had enough of Jim Belushi.
I've had enough of all of them. The next celebration that I see they better be carrying a trophy, and that's the only one I want to see from now on.
Nice beef. In fact, hang on. You're going to go visit my friends at Brown's. You know it tastes better. Hang on, Rick.
Thanks, Murph.
All right, buddy. Hook up my guy Rick from Carroll Stream, would you? I know it's Fred Hubner update time, but Bob from McHenry's got a beef also. Hello, Bob. I hear you have a similar beef as Rick.
Similar? He uttered every word I was going to say to you.
That's okay. I'm sure it's on the thoughts of many.
I feel like I'm piling on too.
That's fine. I won't throw a flag. You know that.
Hey, and by the way, Murph, I apologize if you hear an echo.
Uh-huh.
But I got my head in the oven.
Uh-huh.
But anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, same thing. They got to knock off that silly-ass sophomore high school mentality pep rally before the playoffs. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You know, we're trying to, I agree, Bob, we're trying to find out. We're not having much luck as to who called for that pep rally. Of course, the Cubs could have said, no, we're not going, which obviously is what should have happened. But we don't know if it was MLB, Mayor Daley, or who.
It's not
you know,
Mayor
Grant the Porter. You know, anything's possible.
Not Daley.
We'll work on that. We'll find out. Thank you, Bob. But I want to mention this as we head over to Fred Huebner and then back to another round of phone calls. What's your beef? BrownsChicken.com. How about the gourmet chicken sandwiches? Unbelievable. Lunchtime, stop in Browns right now. The Chipotle Bacon Club or the Fiesta Bacon Con Queso. A little spicy. You'll love it. And the Bacon Mushroom Swiss. You'll love all three. Who doesn't want some bacon on their chicken? It's Browns. You know what? I'm going to read this to Fred when he comes back. Let's take a quick break. Back in a flash. Something the White Sox... Hey, welcome back. Second round of phone calls. Mike Murphy with you till 2. What's your beef? From 1 till 2. Guest-free phones. Fan talk. Plenty of Sox and Cubs topics for hour number 2. But let's see what the fans are beefing about in Chicago. Sports fans have commandeered the phone lines and commandeer over at Brown's a delicious lunch right now, an Italian beef, an Italian sausage. The way that they are supposed to be made in Chicago, that's the way they make them at Brown's. Me, I like the Polish. I like the Maxwell Street. They got everything over at Brown's for lunchtime, including those great gourmet chicken sandwiches. Next in line, hey, Gary from Streamwood. Gary.
Hi, Murph.
Hey, what's your beef?
Well, you know where this is going.
Okay.
My beef is with Cub players who play like little leaguers in a playoff game, in a playoff series, and then have the absolute gall to tell people to be patient. You know, it's been 101 years. I mean, my patience is gone.
Yeah. You know what? I saw everything other than the golf clubs being, loaded into the cars over at Clark and Addison. They had the photo this morning and it was nice of Soriano to sign some autographs.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But you know what? You always just get the feeling that the 24 players, they are so far removed from being upset that we sometimes as fans have to remember, any team, Bears, Sox, we love them more than they love us.
Oh,
we have
to
always remember that.
Yeah, there's no question about that. This is the first, like I said, I've been disappointed many times on being a Cub fan, but this is probably the first time I've actually been ashamed and embarrassed to be a Cub fan with the way they performed.
Well, I'll tell you what, we just got some breaking news here. Hang on. Gary, breaking news. The Cubs convention has been canceled for lack of interest.
Oh, that's not funny.
Nah, I made that up. You never know. Thanks, Gary.
Okay.
All right, buddy. What's your beef? Let's go to Keith up north. Lake in the Hills near the chain of lake. Hello, chains of lakes. Hello, Keith.
Hey, Murph, what's happening?
Hey, buddy, what's your beef?
Hey, my beef is with Ozzie. He's supposed to be the great retaliator. He never went after any... who they play? It's been so long.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, thanks. He never went after anybody, and if he was doing it all year, why did
went after him, and you mean to retaliate for instance?
Exactly, for Cabrera on Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? That may have started, they are now saying, prior to that episode. There might have been something on the other side where maybe they were mad at the Sox. But I know what you're saying. However, you have to make sure you pick your battles, and sometimes you don't want to get a player rejected right there. But it's always good to get a beef from Keith. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Let's go next to Jerry's in Prospect Heights, Northwest Suburbs. Hi, Jerry. Hey, buddy. Put Jerry back on hold. Let him reestablish. He's probably driving through a bad area for his cell phone. Let's go to Cicero, Big Mo. Hello, Mo.
Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, good, Mo. What's your beef?
Oh, man, my beef is with the sunflower throwing Ozzie Guillen and his boy Cooper.
Here, so everyone knows what you're talking about. During the ball game on TV, They do the thing where they go down, they pre-tape it between innings, they make it look like it's live, and they have the managers. Now they got the coaches on. So you're talking about when Cooper's on camera. Continue, please.
Right. If you notice, I think it was after the third inning that they did that interview.
Yeah.
Right, and to me, from the first pitch, Floyd didn't have it. He didn't have his command. He was.
What's that got to do with Ozzie and Cooper in the dugout?
Well, while they were busy goofing around, I was really worried about the pitcher out there. That the kid's first postseason game, and they're too loosey-goosey, not paying attention that the kid is struggling out there.
So there's times to be loosey-goosey.
Yes.
And Big Mo and Cicero, you're a Sox fan, you didn't think that was the right time to be loosey-goosey.
No, it was not.
Hey, I like it. I like your beef. Hey, go visit the best beefs in town. Browns, all right? Hang on, Mo. Courtesy of Murph. Let's go next to, did I tell you, if you visit brownschicken.com, you're going to find the greatest promotion. Now, it's called Kicking Back with Butler. Party with Butler. That's what I call it, because it's pretty cool. Browns is sponsoring a sweepstakes, and the winner, that could be you. You'll get to invite, if you win, 25 of your buddies over to the house watching Monday Night Football. Now, it gets better. Here's the kicker, so to speak. I know. Here's a former kicker, Kevin Butler, will be there right at your house. He'll be talking with you, watching the game. You'll be enjoying the great taste of Browns. They're going to cater it for all 25, the whole party. You know, the great chicken, the pasta, Italian beef. It's just unbelievable. You're going to have the added benefit of having Butthead with you right there at your house. No purchase required. Gotta love that. Go to brownschicken.com. Get all the details to register. Gotta hurry. These sweepstakes end October 14th. That's brownschicken.com. Next is, that's my stomach growling. Let's go to Steven on a truck phone. Hey, Steven.
Hey, Murph, how's it going?
Oh, man, so many beef, so little time. What's your beef?
It's got to be Lou Piniella.
Go ahead. Now, you know, we have Tool of the Week, Friday for Lou. So give me like a concept, something, the manager didn't do what?
I mean, just, pretty much, he put Fukadomi in the lineup when he probably shouldn't have been in there. Maybe should have put Reed Judson
How
in there.
about this beef? How about making it a beef along these lines? When the manager of my favorite team chokes in the playoffs. There's a beef for you. And let's go to Elmhurst Mike on the score. Hello, Mike.
Murph, thanks for taking my call.
Elmhurst Mike, good to hear from you. What's your beef?
Hey, I've got a combo of beefs. You kidding me? It's ridiculous. Talking about at the beginning of our series, how everybody's saying we were sitting on our hands and sitting this. Did you notice every other game had a rally towel? Everybody, even a silly little thing like that, but the fans were into it. They were waving the flags from White Sox to Boston. Everywhere you watch the game, they had a rally towel. What do we have? We don't even have you out there blowing your horn anymore.
Oh, well, they put the basket there, so if I had too many schlitz and I fell, I couldn't, sue the Tribune. But I know Mike, I know there's a lot of fans going, oh, come on. These are highly paid ball players. They're out there performing. They don't need some goof in the stands blowing a bugle or some goof in the stands waving a flag. But you know what? I heard, and Elmhurst Mike, always good to hear from you, buddy. That's a great beef. Here's why. Thank you. Yesterday, after the Sox victory, the day before, we were playing this cut, I should say, yesterday. So this is from the night before. Now, I have never been in embracement of the, the fans and the making the noise. Does it help you win? Does it not help you win? There wasn't enough noise at Game 1 at Wrigley Field. All I'm going to do is play. Now, if this were Fans Court with Judge Murphy, I hate when Murph combines segments. If this were Fans Court with Judge Murphy, we would enter this into evidence. It is White Sox outfielder Dwayne Wise after the victory by the White Sox at U.S. Cellular Game 3.
This is what you play the game for. I love it. All the fans dressed in black, waving the white towels. It gives us a lot of motivation, and I hope they can do it again tomorrow.
All right, there you go. You can pick it either way. He says the fans gave us a lot of motivation. Then you can say, well, how come they lost Game 4? You know what? That's the beauty of sports. You never know what may or may not help the team. What's your beef? Very energetic and a raucous, effervescent segment. I remind you, visit brownschicken.com, and Butthead could be coming right over to your house, catered. 25 of your friends from Browns. It tastes better. It's the score.
Thanks for participating in What's Your Beef. Join Murph for another edition of What's Your Beef. What's Your Beef has been brought to you by Brown's Chicken Sandwiches and Catering. All winners of the Mike Murphy Show are only eligible to win prizes once in a 60-day period.
Oh, yep. My stomach growling for some Browns.